Dean of the College of Fine Arts of the University of Texas, Austin.
Well, thank you so much for including me on this occasion. It's just wonderful to see this kind of talent coming out of our schools and going on into our colleges and universities. And really, I'm just thrilled to be part of the occasion. Congratulations, of course, to Alice, and who's coming to the University of Texas. I'm thrilled about that. Welcome, Alice. Helen, Gary, and Luke. I'm so impressed with what you've accomplished. It's quite amazing. And also to your teachers, who I know some of you personally, but this is the second year I've been to this event, and I recognize those faces. Those teachers have this amazing effect on students year after year after year. One really great teacher can make an enormous difference, not in one child's life, but many lives, and really can build a whole program in a community around the arts, and they deserve enormous credit. Of course, your parents deserve enormous credit. I'm glad you mentioned them, some of you. Teachers, principals, school district superintendents, you all have a part to play in this, and it's just heartwarming to see the commitment to the arts coming out of the school districts. I'll just tell the awardees that the older you get, the less credit you have to share with everyone else. So as you get older, it'll just be you. But at this age, lots of people will take credit. I'm going to insert another congratulations here, which I really think has to be mentioned on this occasion. It was just over a week ago that Edith and Peter O'Donnell were down in Austin, and Mrs. O'Donnell was awarded the Texas Medal of the Arts. And shared that with such luminaries as former First Lady Laura Bush, Robert Rauschenberg, posthumously, of course, Clint Black, James Dick, and others, many of whom I think started at your young age with this kind of life in the arts and went on to great things. And so we were in Austin very honored to have Mrs. O'Donnell there receiving that award, richly deserved. My thanks to the O'Donnell Foundation for this program in the Excellence in AP Arts and Music Theory Scholarship, which to me is a reminder that students come to higher education, to universities, through many different disciplines and talents and accomplishments, that our students are as diverse and complicated as there are ways of expressing ourselves, of challenging ourselves, as there are of accomplishing great things in the world. And keeping the arts in our public school curricula is just so important to giving students those many different avenues into the arts. And I'm going to speak on behalf of my colleagues here from higher education and thank the foundation for this encouragement, this inducement, the push in education to include the arts in our public school programs. I'm also going to insert a public service announcement, which I cleared with the O'Donnells, but is of greatest urgency to me as Dean of the College of Fine Arts at the University of Texas. We do admit all students graduating in the top 10% of their class. That's true. But various majors, disciplines, colleges, and schools, like the College of Fine Arts or the School of Music, or Plan 2, Alice, admit students on other criteria as well. So we have many students getting into the University of Texas who are not top 10% students, and make sure that you teachers out there and parents that you encourage your children and talented students to apply to our programs and not to throw in the towel because you've heard about this top 10% admissions rule. Okay, that's my plug for the University of Texas. And a remark for the parents. I've been teaching art students for over 25 years now, and parents worry. Of course they do. That's our job. It's too easy to assume that when a student takes a passionate interest in the arts, that this is somehow a vocationally limiting or professionally irreversible decision about one's future, that it leads to a life of passionate poverty. And it sometimes does. But I want to tell you, I want to reassure you, and I want to encourage our awardees today to think about the arts as just one of many different forms of human expression and discipline and endeavor, which really can move out into the world in many, many different ways. Even the four of you today clearly are already going on in very different ways. You're not narrowing your world possibilities, your life possibilities, but you're expanding them. And your experience with the arts, I truly believe, is part of that preparation. What you're learning in the arts is transferable to many different endeavors in your life. It's an expansive opportunity, it's an expansive experience, it's not a narrowing one. Our graduates go on and succeed in every possible walk of life, some of them in the arts, professional artists, musicians, painters, actors, and it's wonderful when that happens, and sometimes with passionate and devoted poverty, and all the better for that, wonderful. And sometimes with greatest success in the arts. I was walking through North Park Mall just yesterday, having never gone through it before, and I'll bet you that neither Andy Warhol nor his mother ever imagined that his work would be hanging in a shopping mall in Dallas, Texas, but there it was. Life is funny. It leads in surprising directions, and be open to those opportunities and seize opportunity and success when they approach you. Alice, Henry, Gary, and Luke, congratulations to you. Please keep the arts in your life no matter what path you follow. And we expect great things of you, and I'm sure you will not disappoint anyone. And thanks again to the O'Donnell Foundation, Edith and Peter.